guys, welcome back to my channel. She's here again. Anyways guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fallon and I am the CEO of Fallon Mo channel, and this is my occasional co-host Eunice. So guys, the last video we did together, you guys really loved it as compared to my other videos. That video did so well, and since she's around today, why not seize the opportunity to make another video with her? And today we came looking different.
Oh yeah.
Those of you who said, oh, these girls are so basic,
We are not.
we can switch things.
Yeah. Actually.
Anyways guys, today's video is about, what is today's video all about?
What are we even talking about? We just want to be with you people, so we don't have anything in particular, so let's just flow.
Yeah, we really just wanted to talk to you guys because the both of us haven't spoken to you guys in quite some time. And so because we have no topic, I would like for my friend and I to just basically discuss about our childhood experiences and a lot more. So you guys will just be, I don't know, follow the flow, however it goes. There's no order to it. So if I may ask, feel free to ask me questions, because from the last video we made, it's like I was the one doing more of the asking while you were doing more of the answering.
Don't be scared, my dear. You can ask.
No, I want you to ask just in case you have any question you want to ask me.
No force me. No force me. No order me.
What did I say about this girl?
No order me.
Anyways, guys, so I would like to ask, can you, using just one word, how was your childhood like?
Dramatic.
Wow.
Yeah. So dramatic. Dramatic at its peak. Highest level.
Mine, I don't really know. How was my childhood like? My childhood was okay. Childhood, not hook. My childhood was okay. I grew up with my grandparents. I've never really stayed with my parents for, say, 2 years in a row. Basically grew up with my grandparents with 3, you know. And I had the most amazing grandparents ever. However, the reason why I'm even asking about childhood, you know, most often people say a childhood of a child or your childhood kind of plays an important role as to how your future is going to look like. In some cases, you see some people, there are children who grow up and they do funny things and crazy things just because their childhood was
messed up.
Was messed up. So yeah, did you grow up with your parents or with?
Yeah, I did, and then I finally, cause like I said, I was a dramatic child.
Oh,
I was this last born. My mom, I'm from a polygamous home.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm the last born.
Oh.
My mom, yeah. So I was always sick.
Oh.
You know this last born thing. We do you left, right. So I had to start living with my friend's mom. She's a nurse.
Oh.
So she's the person I call my mother. She helped me. Though my mom was very strict, but you know, as a last child,
they always pamper you.
So there are things I always get away with, no matter what.
Yeah.
I call her my aunt, but it's my friend's mom.
Okay.
She's a very good woman. I mean, if not of her, the way I am today, I'm first of all like this. I don't understand myself. Then just imagine if she was not there. Yeah. So she played a good role in bringing me up. So
wow. That's it. So for me, like I said, I had amazing grandparents. There was never a dull moment at home, in the village. Actually, I grew up in a village. So in one of my first videos, I said I was a typical village girl, and a lot of people probably didn't understand why. So I was in the village with my grandparents until around class 7. Is it class 6? Class 7. Yeah, after my first school and common entrance. Then I had to move from the village due to some circumstances. But growing up without my parents, I would say I had an amazing childhood, but there was something lacking. You know, no matter how loving, how caring, how understanding your grandparents are, the role of a parent in the life of his or her child is very important as well. As of today, I would say there are times where I still feel like calling my mom auntie. You get? Because I didn't grow with her, and when I had the opportunity to be close to her, a lot of people were calling her auntie, 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 and stuff like that. So I literally started calling her auntie.
That's like the woman, my friend's mom.
Yeah.
Her daughter is calling her sis because that's the name we all call her, sis. So she's growing up. That's the name she's still today. She calls her mother by name, sis. It's just a general something. So I understand. My childhood, actually, I'm really grateful. I didn't actually, though I'm from a polygamous home, but I didn't miss anything. My dad was there, my mom was there, then with my aunt. So I was a drama queen, and there were people looking after me. So
lucky you. Sometimes I just kind of wish I grew up with my parents, like, even if not like all the time, I wish I spent more time with them while I was growing up. You get the point? Because some days I just wake up and I feel like I don't really know who my parents are. Like, there's a lot I feel like I don't know about them, just because I've not been with them for quite some time. So we've talked about childhood, so let's talk about teenage. How was your teenage? Can I ask you a question? You can choose to answer or not to answer.
Okay.
When was the first? How old were you when you started dating?
We used to have this small picking something.
When I talk about
but when
dating,
I say dating,
yes, as in dating proper.
opposite.
How old were you then?
Because I even know age of this. So, let's say 18, 19. Opposite 18, 19 years. So I think, but
I think I beat you on that.
But you know, we had this kind of childhood friends. So you are crushing on this one. But if I should say dating,
like
that's
real
opposite.
dating.
Yes.
For me, I think promise me you're not gonna scream.
I don't want to hear 2 years.
No, but it's close. It's close.
I don't want to hear 2 years because I beg you. I don't want to shout.
For me, I would say I started dating around the age of 11.
Whoa, girl.
Now. Listen.
You need an award. Means you'll be here.
Listen. Okay, I was in Form 1 around the age of 11. 11-ish, right?
Okay.
No, it wasn't 11. I mean, let me explain it. Maybe we can figure it out. I was in Form 1 at 11 years old in Form 1. And then there was this guy. I can imagine.
Maybe, what was I even thinking?
There was this guy. Like, I was in Form 1, say Form 1D, and he probably was in Form 1C, something like that. So I had my friend, our neighbor, in Form 1C. So whenever I went to visit her, the dude would be there, and I never paid attention to the fact that he usually stares at me, you understand? Until Form 1 was done. Like, we were just kids. What could I have understood? I was so naive, so stupid at Form 1. Imagine you at Form 1. So when I got to Form 2, towards the end of Form 2, he had the courage to talk to me. Not him, anyway. You know, in those days, you have a mail runner. They used to call this thing mail runner. You send someone to go tell this person about how you feel. So yeah, that same friend of mine came and told me, and let me say 12 years. From there, we started dating, but we didn't do nothing.
I can really say, actually, maybe I can say I started it. But that's not dating even, because I had one guy who was
maybe I asked the question wrong, like your first boyfriend.
We were just doing nothing. me, I was not even interested. So the thing was just there. He would come and visit me, and like, if I should say I started, it's opposite actually.
Mine was from, let's say from 2. Let's say I was around 12.
Give me a 5 years.
But nothing sexual happened then. But something happened shortly after.
I remember when I was growing, there was this. Because I actually grew up in a village. Yeah. So there was this this childhood thing. They say this guy, you're crushing on this guy. This one, yeah. So I remember when I used to shout that if they get you pregnant, then I used to. I don't used to understand how mothers used to feel. Maybe when I will have a child of my own.
Yeah, maybe you understand. Yeah, there's a lot my parents do.
Because I always go to like they were twin, the boy and the girl. I was close with the both of them. My mother. So when I go to my mother, I will shout. If they get you pregnant, if they let me, I'm like which one is getting pregnant? So if they go and visit somebody, you get pregnant like that. But it's a child something, and I
Yeah.
will not say anything. But mothers, they say they used to have the way they see things. Say,
Yeah. So
where
what your mother
you
can see
while
sitting,
sitting, like you understand. So
you
she
can't
was.
see.
But my childhood was actually nice. It was nice.
So yeah, 12
There
for
are
me.
things I did when going on, like I have how they say snails, go to the farm and look for something. But all those things my father will never allow you to do them, like
Yeah.
for a girl child. For the boys, he has a way of bringing them up. But the girls, my father don't joke with the girl children.
The
Yeah.
girl.
So
Oh, lucky you.
I will even fishing, this hooking.
Yeah.
I've done all those things. I've climbed
That's-
trees.
I've climbed trees.
I've climbed trees. I remember,
I've never
oh my
done
God.
fishing.
I remember there was one time my mother was not at home. My father, just children at the compound. Everybody's out. All the elders went and wanted to eat guava. We had a guava tree and we climbed. They've warned us to never climb it in goat.
Yeah,
Children.
And I know there's something.
Children, they
when
don't
once
hear.
you tell a child don't do this, it's like you've told
my
the child
goodness.
to do it.
We climbed. That day was our bad day. One person fell from the tree. I stayed. Everybody came down. They were shouting, "Man, man!" They was. And one of my aunties said, she was thinking, "Man, they who?" I was up there crying.
Like
That so they were begging me to calm down. So they would not meet. To me, if they want to come and catch me, everybody should come out. I mean, the way he fell, I was so scared. That made me, at least it gifted me a little bit from climbing trees because I loved climbing. I can never forget that experience. So, and when
I remember I used
they
to climb trees. There was this like when we were younger, Free and I. So my grandmom liked to farm in very distant places. So I remember once we had gone to the farm and I was very stubborn. Not that stubborn, like I was more stubborn as compared to my sister. And once when we were going to the farm, at a certain point I'm like, I'm tired and I'm going back home. Like this farm is too far. And my grandmom was like, okay, go, Juju will catch you. If you guys don't know what Juju is, it's like a masquerade, something like that. They used to frighten kids. I don't know, if you're not from Africa like we, then you're surely missing out. So yeah, and I remember I went to I followed them. Then when we got to the farm, I said, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. And I started climbing trees. My grandma warned me, don't climb on that tree. I didn't listen. The next thing, found myself on the ground, and it's like I was injured. Though not badly, but I was injured, and everyone was like, yeah.
They've warned you, you didn't hear.
So now let's talk about teenage age, right? So around your teenage, because we all know during our teenage ages, it's usually when, I don't know, you start trying to figure out yourself, who you are, and some certain things. A lot of girls and boys as well, they probably get pregnant at their teenage ages. They do a lot of crazy things during their teenage because of that excitement, that hormone and all that. So how was your teenage age like?
Mine was just there. I started getting like, when I was in the university even, I didn't actually have any dramatic because I went after my aunt, the woman I said, but she was so stained. Like, if they should say hair center children, because we were living in a hair center, don't joke with hair center children. Even you know how guys used to chase small girls around, like African thing. You see boys sitting in a group, and then when the girl is passing, they will start making ones.
Yeah, funny sounds.
If you are new in that village, you don't know these children. As we are passing, it's na center picking that no try, because my aunt, like that woman, she will come right to your house and terrorize you. That if your parents do not bring you up, well, don't even try. So my childhood, we grew up in that kind of. My teenage was not that mixed up, and then I left from there. I came to a boarding school. From boarding school holiday, next thing university. So I can say I actually did some certain things in the university.
That means you had my. This is where me missing the role of my parents in my life comes in, because during my teenage, when I was a teenager, I feel like I was free, not quite free, but I was more free than I should have been. You get, I was living with my aunt, or is it my grandmother, but then my maternal grandmother.
Okay.
As a child, I grew up with my paternal grandmother, but as a teenager, I was with my maternal grandmother, and she is so sweet. Like, she's the sweetest grandmother you can ask for.
I understand her
She lets you
grandmother's
get
story.
away with anything.
That's
I
grandmother's
will do
story.
something so bad that I know this thing is bad.
I'm distracted.
If
This
you
mod,
want to,
this mod baby, the thing is just entering my eyes anyhow.
you can get it. You can get it.
Oh man, I forgot to know we have something. Let me take it up first, okay? I think I have something on me. I swear the mod
She's a foodie.
is catching my attention anyhow. I don't let it go, guys. You know I need to chill.
Okay.
Chill. Take a chill pill. Understand?
Pass this one.
This is okay. You'll stay here. So we move.
We move, as we were saying. So yeah, with my maternal grandmom, she would let me get away with things that even me committing the crime I knew were wrong, but she would support me. You understand?
I understand
So
that.
I got away with a lot of stuff. Probably that's the reason why I started dating early as well, though I was hiding it. And though I started dating early, you will be surprised that that relationship lasted me around 9 years. 8
Wow.
9 years. So you get not 8 smooth years, you know, there must be some hustles and
my first
puzzles.
relationship lasted for 6 years, smooth 6 years,
Smooth.
and then
Me probably
the
the
7 years
first.
we were doing like this. Everything just.
Mine probably the first 6 as well was smooth, and the remaining one was just drama until it ended. So yeah, I feel like there is a lot that I didn't learn. I remember when I had my first period, I was living with my aunt at the time, and she wasn't my mom.
I remember when I saw my first period too.
She wasn't my mom. You know, normally as a female child, once you're approaching that stage, your parents don't even wait for you to get to that stage. They start giving you hints and clues as to
My mom used to always
how
tell my
you-
dad to talk to me.
yeah. So
I
I had
was
no
shy.
one, no
I was
one to
shy.
talk to. So I remember the first day I had my period, I went and told my aunt, that's the younger sister of my mom. I went and told her I just got my period, and she's like, you know what to do. That's my first time. When she told me, you know what to do, I couldn't say no. I just said okay. And so I suffered. I didn't even know how to use a pad. I was using maybe sanitary towels. It would get me stained. I'll use this one. Like, I knew nothing about it. I hadn't been taught in school. I hadn't been taught at home. My mom wasn't there. No one actually taught
My
me.
mom told that. My
So-
mom, I got away with that because my mom actually, she was telling my elder sister that you have to teach her. Yeah, so my elder sister at times when she's menstruating, she'll go. I was very shy. She said, "This is how you should do part. You take your pan to put like this, put like this." And then the first time I was arranging my mom like their beds. I was trying to, and then I don't know how I kept my leg. I was putting on a white pants, a red gown. So the gown was actually stained. I didn't notice. So when I was about picking something down, I saw my pants was red. I was like, "Woo!" I almost shouted, and again, I was shy. Like if I shout, they'll say, I said, no. I just went and bathed. I took my bath, came. How will I go and tell my sister that I started? Somebody that has been trying to be there too. I was still shy. I went and took tissue. So luckily, when I finished bathing, my sister was in the room. I don't even think she can even remember, but it's my experience anyway. It's my first experience, so I'm sure I should be the one to remember. She was sleeping. So I came in, I sneaked in, I took toilet tissue. I was folding. So when I was putting it in my partner, she just then she was like, "What is that? What are you trying to do?" So I saw that I started seeing blood in my part. She laughed at me, auntie.
Just like, this is something I've been preparing you for.
Come here. So she took my pants, she arranged it for me. I don't even think she can remember. Like I said, it's my experience.
Yeah.
So she doesn't need.
Yeah.
She arranged it for me and I wore it. When I see her, it's like she run away.
Yeah, me, I had to basically figure out everything by myself, and it was so then it was okay, but now as an adult thinking about it, and at my age, I'm like, no, I don't think I would ever want to let my daughter go through that phase. Like, you get my point, because no one taught me what to do. Whatever I know today, I basically had to learn it by myself. When I had my first period, it wasn't strange because all my friends already had their periods. Like, they had their periods early. Mine came when I was around 17. That's when I had my first period, when I was around 17. So Yeah, that's it. And so you know, sex education, it's something that really needs to be taught to children. I don't know, it doesn't matter, maybe say once you're approaching 10, I feel like they need to
I
like,
don't, us Africans, we those things. I don't know how our parents used to see them, but it's actually very necessary
Yeah.
to really educate children about things like that. Clear off that ignorant part of them. They should know. It seems like you having a child, telling the child you love the child, you love the child. The child already has that mentality that my parents love me.
Yeah.
But if you don't give her that love, like
Yeah.
a teenage child, you easily get it from
Get
outside.
it
That's why
from somewhere.
you see girls getting pregnant at a very
At
early stage
very
because they think they don't get the love they are supposed to get at home. They will get it from somewhere else.
and our parents don't talk to us. That's the
They should
thing.
educate people.
You need to educate
it's
your
good
children about sex education in general. What I have noticed with most African parents, like talking about myself, about some of my friends I've been able to talk with, their parents basically told them, if a man sees your nakedness, just know you get pregnant.
Ha!
And in those days, we all know getting pregnant out of wedlock was like a taboo.
What are you telling me? That my aunt,
It was like,
excuse me,
I don't know.
let me just. The aunt I grew with, the one I say we live in the health center, she'll tell you that if a man touch you like this, my
get
dear, you are
pregnant.
getting pregnant.
You
So
imagine.
even in class, you have that.
That resentment, which is wrong, which is actually wrong.
It's not
now,
correct,
and when
seriously.
they even want to
stay away from this guy.
to educate you about sex education, they will tell you abstain.
Their own way of
You understand?
of teaching
Or,
is not.
yeah, they
the
don't
best.
even teach. The only, I think the highest thing most
No, to them
most
is
African
teaching.
parents,
To them, that's what. To them is you cannot tell her. "Ah."
I think the only thing most African parents do is that they tell you to abstain, don't have sex at all.
Yeah.
You understand? You are not supposed to have sex until it's time for you to get married.
Yeah.
You get, which is Bibi Cla Bibi Kali. Oh my God. Bibi Okay. This word just don't want to come out right. Biblically, it's okay. You understand? But I feel like parents need to educate their children more about sex, less than just abstinence. You need to tell them the disadvantages of the advantages,
so
what to,
she should be in a
what
better
not to
position
do.
to choose.
Because apart from I realize that they worry more about you getting pregnant. They don't think about the fact that they have venereal diseases out there. There is a lot that comes with that, you understand? So they need to educate that. Sometimes even you don't just need to tell them, okay, if you're already doing it, at least use a preservative, you understand? Educate them about how to use preservative.
This one is not about wasting wall. It's not about copying a wasting wall.
No,
it prevents.
Yes, it's prevention.
It's education.
Imagine in those days when HIV was so
Alarming.
rampant. You understand? You get the point. So I feel like African parents, we need to educate our children on not just abstinence, because that's what most of our African parents do, but also about prevention.
I think someone is looking at my mouth. I think somebody is looking at my mouth. I think somebody.
Anyone looking at her mouth, because I'm not looking at it. So yeah, like I said, I feel like our African parents, you guys need to educate us more, educate your children more about sex education in general, not just abstinence, you understand? Because what they'll tell you, don't have sex, don't have sex, don't have sex. Now, in the mind of some people, they feel like sex is a very bad thing. You get, because don't have sex is a sin. Obviously, it's a sin when you're not married, biblically. But now, what if you get married and your parents have never talked to you about sex? This is one thing. I usually don't like to copy the Western culture or some certain aspects of the Western culture, because us Africans, we have our own culture, our own tradition and customs and all that. But now, when it comes to sex education, I feel like they're way ahead of us, because they educate their children on sex and all that while they are still early, while they are still young. You get the point. Yeah, you see, a father will even buy a condom and give the son. Yes. It is embarrassing, but he's trying to input some knowledge into
that you're supposed to carry this along anyway to prevent. Yeah, it's true.
And for us,
no, I personally, I think, anyways, maybe us with this generation we've attained some certain level of education and we know how things are done. So I don't think our children will really face the difficulties we faced when it comes to aspects like that. Because definitely I'm going to educate my children. Good. Of course now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it. Okay.
So
What-
my children are safe.
Your children are safe. My children are safe as well. I feel like I'm going to do much more than my parents did to me when it comes to my children, because I didn't get the best, to be honest. I didn't get the best education about these basic aspects of life from my children, from my parents, which I feel like it would have helped me a great deal if I did. Yeah, but it's also a learning factor to me, because now that I'm a woman, an adult, and soon to have children someday, I feel like I need to do better. You get the point. So what next can we talk about? Is there anything, do you regret anything about I'm going to skip that question.
Okay. I saw a post that on Instagram that if you're, I think I even posted that thing on my story. If you were to choose your mom, would you still choose the same person?
Obviously. Obviously. Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Like,
it's a yes for me too.
My mom is not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. She's not the perfect mom.
Yeah, okay.
But she's the sweetest.
In her own way.
In her own
really-
little way.
Yeah.
You understand? What the most important, when I need her, she's there. If I need somebody to talk to, she's there. She must not give me gold, silver, and all that. You understand? Just in the beginning, I'll tell you, in the beginning, my relationship with my mom was not the best, because I grew up in a separated home. You understand? Divorce and all that. And so I was left with my dad for some. No. Yeah, I was left with my dad for a little while. Then after this, like, let's say this 2 years, I'll be with my mom. The next 2 years, I'll be with my dad. You understand? But now, one of my parents would always, like, I won't mention who to be precise. One of my parents would be like, "No, I don't want you to call this other person. You shouldn't talk to this person."
Okay,
you understand?
okay,
One of my
okay,
parents is
okay.
like trying to stop me from talking to the other one. So that's the kind of environment I grew up in. Not the perfect environment, but once I got matured, I understood a lot of things, at least from both my parents, my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
That's just how it is when you grow up in a separated home, a divided home. There's always bound to be some dramas, but it's all good now. At least everyone has grown up, everyone is matured, and people now can live peacefully.
Yeah, of course.
So that answers the question. If I had to choose my mom, I think I'll choose her all over again, like over and over.
Yeah, I will choose her too, of course. But this time, like I said, when I posted, I said I will beg her to stay longer. I will still beg her to stay longer, because she left. My mom is of late.
To be honest, I didn't know.
Really, she's of late. I don't know where she was. I don't know where she was. I don't understand this woman.
Where was she running to?
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Trust me, I didn't know. Like, people always say, if you've never lost a parent, you never know how bad it hurts. Like, you look at it thinking it's okay. But I have someone I lost. That I grew up with that person. She loved me. I feel like, to be honest, if I had to like decide, I would say my aunt. She loved me more than the way my mom loved me. I don't know personally, but I know it can never be the same. That woman loved me, like the immediate elder sister to my mom. She loved me. I grew up with her when I was a baby until at a certain age she had to move to another city, so she couldn't move along with me, and then she left me. Like, she treated me like her daughter. She was so sweet, and she died. To be honest, whenever I think about her, you get the point, I usually tear up.
Yes, I
Whenever
don't know where that woman was.
some days I sit and I'm so lonely. When I feel like I need mommy somebody to talk to, the first person that comes in mind is that my aunt. She's been there for more than 5 years now, and I still miss her like every day.
Oh, yeah. That's so sweet and sad at the same time. Oh yeah, what again? What other question? I'm not good at asking questions. I'm good at answering. I'm not good at answering, but at least I have a little bit of insight I can give. So what?
Anyways, I think we've been going for quite some time. So
we can end
guys,
here. We can end here.
Today, after we met up and dressed up, took a couple of pictures, we were like, let's talk to you guys, because you guys might not know, but we love you guys
Yeah,
so
of course
much.
we do.
And so if you have watched us from the beginning of this video right until now and you haven't subscribed, what the hell are you waiting for?
you really waiting?
Subscribe to this channel so you can see us more often. My friend doesn't live in the same place with me. She comes only during the weekends because she's working in another city. But yeah, whenever she's around, I'm going to try my possible best to make sure
we talk to them. Yeah.
So
we love you guys. I personally, I don't know. Personally, I love you people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love you all.
It's like she wants to take you guys away from me. Anyways, guys, you guys don't know I love you guys as well.
Yeah, I know she loves you guys, of course.
See you guys in our next.
Ciao, 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 ciao,
You.
ciao, ciao.